Welcome to the Zen Zone. Social media. So sick and tired of it. Social media is the scourge of America as we continue devolving, swirling the drain, as George Carlin pointed out. It accelerates via social media. Is that because of social media? No, it's because of us. It's because people. Social media without people is nothing. Or perhaps artificial intelligence. But even still, if you're not there to perceive it, it's the tree falling in the forest, isn't it? People get confused a lot by me saying that I hate Facebook. People get confused a lot by me talking about social media because when I talk about social media, it is negative. Even though I have long used social media because, of course, I am an adult in America. America, what I am telling you is you. Look in that mirror. Put on your big boy britches or your big girl britches and embrace the accountability that retired and evolved Mr. Davenport continues embracing and will for the rest of his life, for the rest of my life. I'm the guy that was a police officer. I'm the guy that was a husband. I'm the guy that is a father. I'm the guy that is himself. I have never been crazy. I have always been interested in human psychology, in things like depression and PTSD. That's why these psychology books are here. That's why I was on the CISM team with the department. That's why I volunteered, not voluntold, for CIT training. I was the only officer in that CIT class who raised their hand when they said, did anybody actually volunteer instead of voluntold? Well, Sergeant Smith, you were in there. Officer Melvin. Officer Kitchen. Officer King, wherever you're at. Are you spreading this rumor, Cody? How you doing, Cody? Spread them rumors. I mean, I'm not here to tear down the people that I was involved with in the past in any capacity. I'm here because life moves forward. And my life, like your life, like everyone's, has moved forward. Where mine has landed, Clark County, Ohio, is this podcast. You're going to have to get used to it because I'm done with the social media back and forth. I'm done with bickering and arguing with anyone over whether or not I am me. I have every right to get upset about something. I have every right to be happy. I have every right to be alive. I have every right to blink and breathe and wake up, have a heartbeat, etc., etc., etc. This is not that. I am not you. I'm Vitamin J. The issues that I ended up facing in 2023 that I have conquered, that I have overcome, utilizing social media, utilizing this podcast, utilizing a chat that came from social media, utilizing my own prior knowledge, training, experience, wisdom. Again, CISM, CIT, decades of study. I am fine. Am I happy that my career ended in 2022 instead of 2033? Officially, technically, It's 2023 when it ended, but that's kind of like how I graduated from high school. The government has never actively understood me. Just like OPNF right now does not understand me, just like you do not understand me. There is a very simplistic piece of me that you need to understand. And you is all 8 billion, the public. It's not the obviously dead marriage. It's not the obviously dead career. It's not the obviously dead life of my Morticia. This show has long been dedicated to both her and Deputy Matt Yates. And sadly, a few months ago, at the beginning of this school year, due to what Springfield is still claiming they're trying to deal with, Mr. Rue, I know better. We had to add a young man named Aiden Clark to that list of who this show is dedicated to, and the biggest reason for that is twofold. One, this young man was a student at my daughter's school district. Second, when I was in the traffic unit, when I was 821 John after my Morticia died, before I was in any second marriage, the midnight shift officer in 821 John is who this is. This is retired, evolved Mr. Davenport. This is hashtag VJ40. This is not anything else. So when I'm talking about social media and how I don't like it, understand that what I don't like is how social media is on the internet. And the internet is a repository of all of humankind's knowledge to this point. And look how so many of us are using it. Self-aggrandizing. All sorts of, hey, everyone look at me. Everyone look at me. What I'm attempting to accomplish with this show historically had always been effectively like T.F. Hanlon, the pseudonym for the author of The Critical Need for Critical Thinking, which T.F. Hanlon, whoever you are absolutely correct. There is a critical need for critical thinking in the world. So of course it's in America and Ohio and Springfield, Ohio and Clark County, Ohio and Kentucky and Nebraska, Indiana. I mean, they're states. These are people. We are people. We know ourselves. We know us. We know the nature of being to some degree. We all know how to continue waking up. What are you building from there? So, what social media is doing to us is it's turning us into mindless dolts that can't figure out real life doesn't require any technology, much less global public social media. Because while humanity itself is all of us, it's obvious within that we are a tribal bunch, we are a tribal species, and we tend to associate with our own kind. And with that, I am not in any way talking about race or gender or anything like that. I'm talking about similar socioeconomic background, similar intelligence levels, similar everything is similar. Like your confidence or lack thereof. Both parties or all parties have the same amount, so to speak, or a similar amount. Then that tribe works. Of course, when there are major incompatibilities within a tribe, that tribe fails. That tribe dies. Now, as sad as that may be, there's far more sadness for us to look at than any of the situation that involves my past. Because as my mortician I talked about, for my daughter's benefit, so that she would understand where her parents were, are, and how the individual can thrive through life, staying positive no matter what. Even at the worst of the worst in 2023 with the depression, PTSD, etc., all any of that was, that heavy weight, we know what that feels. We know what that feels like. Everybody does. Imagine it this way, though. Where on top of that, you've got a group of people utterly convinced that they know more about your life than you do. My daughter and I live in this home. November of 2022, a marriage and a career ended. All of 2023 into 2024. A retirement was established. A podcast was established. Mr. Davenport recovered. Namaste. And stay positive anyway, Clark County. You lost me. You lost her. You lost us. But